Hello, hello, and welcome back to Habitual. Today is a yoga session focused on the mantra of just showing up. Sometimes in life things get so overwhelming, stressful, discombobulating, and it's just about showing up. Once you show up, it gets 10 times easier to keep going. So we'll go ahead and start at the back of your mat in a Tadasana, hands down by your side. Inhale, roll your shoulders up towards your ears. And exhale. Inhale up towards your ears. And exhale, roll your shoulders down your back. Inhale, sweep your hands up overhead. And exhale, hands come down by your side. Lift your feet up off of the mat, planting each part of your foot down one at a time, grounding into this posture. Standing up tall in Tadasana as a symbol of we are here, we are strong. Inhale, sweep your hands up overhead. And exhale, swan dive forward. Walk your hands out to the top of your mat. Fingertips face the front of your mat. Elbows are internally rotated so that your elbow crease goes towards the front of the room. Belly button in towards your spine, pelvis slightly tilted forward, heels drawing down towards the mat. Inhale onto your tippy toes, roll forward, high plank. And exhale through a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pulling your shoulder blades back, pressing into the tops of your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale onto your tippy toes, walk to the top of the mat, taking a bunch of tiny little steps all the way up and find yourself in a forward fold. Inhale, sweep your hands up overhead, coming into sunrise salutation A. Hands come down through third eye center, into heart center, and by your side. Inhale, sweep your hands up overhead. You can take your gaze up if you'd like, or have your eyes fluttered closed. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step back or hop back into a chaturanga push-up, coming halfway down. Inhale, shoulders open up, making your chest nice and wide, and upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale onto your tippy toes. Take tiny little steps to the top of your mat, meeting in a halfway lift with that same inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your hands up overhead. Hands come together in prayer through third eye center, down through heart center, and by your side. Inhale, sweep your hands up overhead, taking your gaze up or eyes fluttered closed. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back into a chaturanga push-up, lowering halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Remembering a body in motion stays in motion, so once you show up, you start to move, it gets a lot easier to keep going. Inhale onto your tippy toes, walk to the top of the mat, meeting in a halfway lift with that same inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend into your knees, sweep your hands up overhead. Exhale, hands come down through third eye and heart center, meeting down by your side. Inhale, sweep your hands up overhead, take your gaze up towards the ceiling, and exhale, swan dive forward, chest comes down first. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back into a chaturanga push-up. Last one here, inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Press your balls of your feet into the mat, heels drawing down towards the mat, hands pressing firmly into the mat, hips coming up, nice and tall. Inhale onto your tippy toes. Take tiny little steps coming into halfway lift at the top of your mat. And exhale, forward fold. Bend into your knees, sweep your hands up overhead, draw your right leg up, one-legged Tadasana. And exhale, hands come down to the mat, framing your left foot. Step your right foot back, low lunge. Inhale, hands come up overhead, high crescent lunge. And exhale, open up into a warrior two on the right side. So your right foot is horizontal. Your left heel is intersecting the arch of your right foot. Holding here. And exhale, windmill your hands forward, frame your foot, step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale onto your tippy toes, roll forward, high plank. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, bend your knees, send your hips up towards the ceiling. Inhale onto your tippy toes, walk to the top of the mat, meeting in a halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Then into your knees, sweep your hands up overhead, and exhale, hands come down by your side. Inhale, hands sweep up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, chest leads as you forward fold. Plant your hands into the mat, step back, high plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, bend into your knees, send your hips up towards the ceiling, downward facing dog. Inhale onto your tippy toes, walk to the top of the mat, meeting in a halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Bend into your knees, sweep your hands up overhead, drawing your left leg up this time, one-legged Tadasana on the right side. And exhale, hands come down slowly, planting your left foot back behind you, low runner's lunge. Inhale, hands sweep up overhead, high crescent lunge. And exhale, warrior 2 on the left side. Left foot is horizontal. Your right heel is intersecting your left arch. Warrior 2, symbolizing strength. Inhale here. And exhale, windmill your hands forward, coming into a low runner's lunge. Step your right foot back, high plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, bend into your knees, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale onto your tippy toes, walk to the top of your mat, meeting in a halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Bend into your knees, sweep your hands up overhead, lifting your right leg up, one-legged Tadasana on the left side. And then open your hip up, coming into tree. Planting your right foot on the inside of your left leg, either on the inner quad or down on your calf, just not beside or on the inside of your knee. Hold for 3 more breaths, symbolizing stability, clarity, feeling grounded in the midst of chaos. Inhale, lift your right leg up and bring it back out in front. Step back, low runner's lunge on the left side. Inhale, hands up overhead. High crescent lunge. And exhale, warrior 2. Right foot is horizontal. Left heel intersects the right arch of your foot. Here for 2 breaths. Feeling that strength, feeling both grounded and lifted at the same time. Exhale, windmill your hands forward. Step your left foot back, high plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale onto your tippy toes, walk to the top of your mat, meeting in a halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Then into your knees, sweep your hands up overhead, lift your left leg up off of the mat, one-legged Tadasana. Inhale here. And exhale, bring your left foot around, coming to the inside of your right quad or down on your right calf. You can also perch it up on the mat, so your toes are on the mat, heel is on your right ankle. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, lift your left leg up and bring it back around for one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, step back, low runner's lunge on the right side. Inhale, hands sweep up overhead, high crescent. And exhale, warrior 2. Here for 3 breaths. Inhale, and exhale, ground into the mat. Inhale, lift through the crown. And exhale, feel that stability and strength. on your next exhale, windmill your hands forward, step your right foot back, holding for 2 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Send your hips up and back towards the ceiling. Heels come down towards the mat. Inhale onto your tippy toes. Walk to the top of your mat, meeting in a halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands. Inhale onto your tippy toes. And exhale, send your hips down to your heels. Rock back onto your back, coming into Vipassana. Hands wrap around your shins. Knees in towards your forehead. Forehead is curled up off of the mat. Squeeze everything in tightly. And exhale, release, full body stretch. Inhale, hands come up over your shoulders. Start to curl up, coming into a seated staff pose. Hands come down by your side. Inhale, lift. And exhale, walk your hands forward, bending over your legs. Not quite arching in your back. Keep a flat back and just walk your hands out. So your pelvis is slightly tilted forward to maintain that flat back. And as we breathe here, you may find that with your inhales, you lift, and your exhales, you lengthen, walking your hands further out to the front. Inhale, lift, and exhale, walk your hands out. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, start to walk your hands back towards your hips. Take your hands out in front of you, raised up over your calves, and slowly start to find a C curve in your spine, rolling your shoulders forward, tucking your tailbone under, roll onto your back. Hands come up overhead, full body stretch. Inhale. And exhale, knees come in towards your chest, coming into Vipassana. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, squeeze a little bit tighter. And exhale, full body stretch. Inhale, bring your knees in towards your chest. This time, imprint your low back on the mat. And on your exhale, release your hands and feet long. Inhale, knees in. And exhale, release everything long. Hovering over the mat. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Rock forwards and backwards, coming into a high plank. Cross your feet, plant your hands, step your feet back, hold for 10 breaths. We are just showing up today, breathing with our body, letting our breath sustain our energy, being the catalyst for our movement. You are strong, you are steady, you are capable, and you are present. Three more breaths here. Shoulders over wrists. Every part of your body is engaged. Neck is nice and long. Gaze is down towards the front of your mat. Inhale here. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale onto your tippy toes. Walk to the top of the mat, meeting in a halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Bend into your knees, sweep your hands up overhead. Lift your right leg up, one-legged Tadasana. And open up into that tree. Taking your right foot to the inside of your left quad. This time, maybe you take your hands out to the side. Opening up like goalpost arms, letting your palms come up towards the ceiling. An expression of being open, here to receive, open to growth. Inhale, sweep your hands up overhead. Lift your right leg up, bring it back around, one-legged Tadasana. And exhale, sweep your right leg back, low lunge on the left side. Inhale, high crescent lunge. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, hands up overhead. And exhale, ground into the mat, extend your arms long. One more inhale here. And exhale, windmill your hands forward, coming into a high plank. Plant your hands, step your left foot back. Here for 3 breaths. Knowing that all you need is within already. Exhale, downward facing dog. In the challenges, you already have everything you need to overcome. You already have everything you need to sustain yourself. You already have everything you need within you to show up. Inhale onto your tippy toes, walk to the top of the mat, meeting in a halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Bend into your knees, sweep your hands up overhead, lift that left leg up, one-legged Tadasana. And exhale, let your left leg open up to the side. Left foot comes to the inside of the right quad, on your calf or perched up on the mat. Here for 3 breaths. It's okay to be wobbly. Hands can be up overhead, out to the side, or at heart center. At heart center, coming into the reminder that everything you have is within. You are radiating from your heart center out into the world. How you shift your reality. So when you wonder if you can do it one more time, come back to that heart center. Inhale, sweep your hands up overhead, lift your left leg up, come back into that one-legged Tadasana. And exhale, forward fold, coming into that low runner's lunge on your right side. Inhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale here, and exhale. Inhale, sweep your left arm up, coming into high crescent lunge on the right side. And exhale, plant your hands, plant your left hand down, lift your right hand up, simple twist. Gaze goes up with the right hand. And exhale, bring your right hand back to the mat, low runner's lunge. Plant your hands, step your right foot back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, plant your right foot down. Inhale onto your tippy toes, walk to the top of the mat, meeting in a halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step your right foot back, low runner's lunge on the left side. Plant your right hand, take your left hand towards the ceiling, simple twist. And exhale. Inhale, sweep your left arm forward, coming into a high plank. Plant your hands, step your left foot back. 3 breaths here. You can do it. Come to that present moment with your breath. Feel as the inhale rejuvenates your body and exhale reminds you of your strength. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale onto your tippy toes, walk to the top of the mat, meeting in a halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your hands up overhead. And exhale, sit down into chair. Inhale onto your tippy toes. And exhale, send your hips down to your heels, hands out in front, rock onto your back, coming into Vipassana. Rock forwards and backwards. Massaging out your spine, let it feel yummy. Feel it on your muscles that go down each side of your spine. And then come into stillness, exhale, full body stretch. Then hands raise up overhead. Inhale, start to curl up. into that forward fold. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Remember, flat back, so your pelvis is slightly tilted forward. Neck is nice and long. Inhale, we lengthen. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk your hands up, coming into a seated posture. Hands sweep out in front of you. Start to curl back into your Shavasana. Draw that right knee in, pull it in nice and tightly. Then bring your left foot in, plant it on the mat. Take your right ankle on top of your left quad. You can take your right hand to the top of your right knee, letting this stretch be passive, letting this hip opener be passive. It may not even be a stretch for you. Just let it be passive and feel good. If you'd like to take it a little bit further, you can bring your hands onto the front of your left leg, wrapping around that shin, pulling your right leg into your chest, coming into a deeper glute stretch on the right side. Be mindful if your low back starts to curl up off of the mat, just plant it back down on the mat. Maybe your leg goes a little bit further away from your chest to keep that low back planted. On your next inhale, release your right leg towards the ceiling. Pull your left knee in towards your chest and slowly start to lower your right leg down to the mat. 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, bring your right foot to the mat. Left ankle crosses over your right quad. And then just press your left hand against your left knee, letting this hip opener be passive. One more breath here. On your next inhale, bring your knee in towards your chest, grabbing onto the front of your right shin. If this feels like too much, stay in the first variation of this. Showing up doesn't mean coming out perfectly. Showing up doesn't mean showing up perfectly. Showing up means showing up with the best that you have that day, with the best that you have that moment. Integrity is what informs us of what our best really is. Sometimes we like to think our best is a little less than what our best is. And sometimes we try and force more than we have available to give that day. So be mindful with yourself as you move through your practice, knowing what feels good and knowing when to take a step back. Inhale, lift your left leg up towards the ceiling, pull your right knee in towards your chest. Slowly start to lower that left leg down to the mat. And bring your right knee across your body to the mat. Take your right hand out to the side, left hand out to the side, and turn your gaze over to the right hand. Coming into a supine twist. On your next inhale, bring your right knee in towards your chest, hands wrap around that shin, pull it in tightly. And then take your right hand to the inside of your right knee and pull it open, coming into a hip opener on your right leg. Left hand comes out to the side. Inhale, right knee comes in. Lift your shoulders up off of the mat, hover your left leg up, and find single leg stretch. And switch, and switch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. One more. Left knee is in. Right leg is extended out. Lower everything down to the mat, keeping your left knee in towards your chest. And on your next exhale, bring your left leg over to the right side of the room. Hands are extended out long like a lowercase t, and take your gaze over towards that left hand. Inhale, bring your hands to the top of that left shin, pulling it in towards your chest. Take your left hand to the inside of your left knee and pull it out to the side for a hip flexor opener. Right hand is extended out. Inhale, left knee comes in towards your chest. Squeeze it in tightly. Left knee comes in towards your chest. Squeeze it in tightly. And then lift your right leg up, bringing it in, taking side to side, massaging out your low back. And then find Shavasana. If there's something else you need to take here, go ahead and take it. Otherwise, lying on your back with your palms facing towards the ceiling. Lift your shoulder blades up and place them down under your back. Rock your feet side to side until you come into a comfortable position. Here for 5 breaths. Holding space for yourself, the energy that you have coming into this practice. Holding space for yourself. Taking note of the energy you had coming into practice. And checking back in with yourself, noticing the energy you have at the end of practice. Go ahead and bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. Feel your breath come into your chest, expanding in your belly. And open mouth, sigh it out. One more time, inhale. And open mouth, sigh it out. When you're ready, roll over onto your side into fetal posture and press up. Thank you so much for joining us here at Habitual today for this practice. I am so proud of you for just showing up, and my wish for you is that when things get tough, when you don't have that energy, you can remember how you showed up for yourself today and show up and give your best in everything that you do. If you'd like to stack this on with other practices, go ahead and visit the playlist on our channel for yoga, Pilates, HIIT, and mindfulness breathwork meditations. If that's enough for you, we will see you back here tomorrow.